I'm Jeanette Myers, my husband Frank Myers. Paige is our granddaughter.
Bob Chapman.
Julie Chapman.
I'm Christopher Adler.
I'm Samantha Chapman.
Miss Love.
I don't know.
What is love?
I'm not old enough to know yet. We met when I was working in a construction company and Frank was doing carpenter contracting and building.
Well, I used to substitute teach, and Dad came to the school I was at and asked the principal if he could come in when the kids were there, and he wouldn't let him. But so he came in. The principal called me to the office after school, and Bob went to the classroom and wrote, "Will you marry me?" on the chalkboard. It was very exciting.
We met in high school. It was my senior year, and Sam was a junior. We were at AP Psychology together.
Northville High School.
So I'm a year. I graduated a year ahead of Sam, and then I went to Schoolcraft for a couple years. So Sam's senior year, I was at Schoolcraft for a year. So we saw each other a lot, and then she went to state for a year without, and then I was still at Schoolcraft, and then I transferred to state because I only wanted to go there, and then we dated all through college. I mean, yeah, I mean it was.
Then we got engaged
Yeah, I got engaged a year
a
later.
year and a half after we graduated.
We met at a wedding in Chicago.
Well, he kept asking me to marry him and I kept telling him no. Finally, I decided I would.
Well, you gave me the ultimatum. You said if you can get it done in the next week or month in a church, you would marry. Otherwise, you were not going to.
On our 5-year anniversary, I rented the Marquee Theater sign and put Samantha, will you marry me? And then I had a reservation at Table 5 in downtown Northville, and we had a window table. And after we were done eating, I directed her to look at the sign, and then when she turned back around, I was on my knee.
We enjoyed doing everything back then because you had time to be together.
Yeah.
You used to tell me that I used to enjoy going grocery shopping with you back then.
He used to like everything I did.
See?
It was fun going grocery shopping with me. Now that has changed.
We like to do a lot of the same things. We're both early people, like to get up early. We like to go to bed early. Do stuff with families.
We always go to bed together at the same time. He stays up for me, I stay for him.
Well, we like to golf.
Sporting events, golf, going out, dinner, being with friends and family. We both like family. We both like doing the same things.
We do like to go to the movies. We like to do a lot of the same things.
Yeah. I mean,
He loves basketball. I'm not a huge fan of basketball.
she's really organized. I'm not.
I'm more outgoing.
That is true.
He's more antisocial.
I'm really patient.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Your mom's more patient, more planned out.
Well, I fell in love lots when I was young.
Oh, when I first fell
What
in
was your
love.
first true love?
First true love? Probably 5th grade, I guess.
5th grade. Yeah. See?
Yeah.
No. So I was 27, your mom was 24. 23. I was 26, you was 23. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Close.
I was 17.
I was 16.
Not really.
Not infatuation, maybe at first sight, or once you meet someone, you have to talk to them a little bit.
I believe in attraction at first sight, maybe not love.
Yes.
I'm not sure about soulmate thing.
I don't think so.
So?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. I mean, maybe I don't know. I mean, like I do because I mean, I don't think there's anyone else for me, but I don't know that term. I don't know.
Yeah. I can think of people who
I think they're just
husband or wife die and they end up with someone else, and I don't know if you can say that only one of them were your one soulmate.
Awesome.
There you go. I don't know how to extend that.
I think it's kind of the same answer. I don't know if everyone feels the same or.
I guess for us, it's pretty comfortable. I mean, we don't really hold back much. Yeah.
I think you just learn more about it. I think it becomes more than just the two of you. It becomes a lot more things.
Well, if you really don't know what love,
No, I think your
Right.
commitment gets deeper and you just realize that there's many different kinds of love.
It's not as fairy tale-y as you think. I mean, maybe right away, but I think you have to kind of work to still, it's not an easy thing to you're not just in love. I mean, you are at first, but I mean, it takes a lot of work, I think, to be in love and to be happy. We both do different things for the other person.
We tell people to look for it. I mean, it's a big part of a person's life, or can be.
No, I don't.
do you know advice for young people?
No, not when concerning love. You know who you love. You know in your heart. If it's wrong, sometimes you want to ignore the bad things. You're trying to say, oh, he will change. People never change. That's my advice. People are who they are. They do not
That makes
change.
sense.
You improve yourself, but you don't totally change.
But something that, like you said earlier, communication, something, always communicate,
Well,
be honest.
how do you know if you're in love? How do you know if you're in love?
Well,
That
for
was the
people that
question.
are, oh, is that what it is?
Don't jump into it. It's not. I think you get a feeling where sometimes you think you're in love and you're really not.
Yeah, it's really strong at first, and kind of force it. Yeah, don't force it.
Because you can't depend on somebody else for something. It's like two trees leaning against each other will fall down, and two oak trees stand alone can get through all the storms.
You still have to have your own life. You just have to have your own likes and wants and desires, and do things, and then still be able to live together and hang out together, enjoy each other's company.
I think
I
so.
think so. Yeah, I think it keeps it interesting.
Other than us getting older. I don't know, I think that your commonalities become the same. Things that you like to do, your interests kind of merge together, where before you may have separate interests, you learn to have the same interests.
Oh, I think that we've gone through a lot of different, difficult times, and I think that that's strengthened our relationship.
Well, I think we're more tolerant when he does something I don't like. Instead of saying something, I don't care, I ignore it and go on my business. Where I used to get upset about it. Grandchildren are much more special than children. So they're fun. We have more time to be fun, play with them, and do fun things, and you don't have to discipline them.
Well, children can also, they can be challenging at times. But they can also, we have had a lot of fun with the kids. Going to soccer games, sporting events, doing things together as a family has always been great. It'd be boring. We have couples that don't have any kids, and they gotta have a pretty boring life, I would think.
We have 5 children and 11 grandchildren, so we're busy.
Well, it was crazy at first, adjusting to kids, but we love our kids.
Sit
well-
up so you can be on camera.
Well,
He's playing so nicely. There you go. Can you see him?
Alfred was kind of an
This is
impromptu
Alfred.
thing.
Good
Yeah,
boy.
he was kind of impromptu.
Okay.
It just kind of happened. We went and we always go to the one pet store at 12 Oaks, and Sam showed me a picture of him when we went and saw him and held him, and then I fell in love with him, and Sam was sweet and let me live out a dream, and as I was panicking, and I guess that was another thing, I kept asking, is this a good idea? Should we not do this? And she just kept saying, if you want to, I mean, it just kind of, I was freaking out, and she was kind of a rock and kind of helped me get through it. And then we got him, and we instantly fell in love with him. And Sam didn't think it was a good idea, which was the funny part. I learned it afterwards, was she didn't think it was a good idea to get him.
Because he has a lot of work, and it's
Lot of
changed
work.
what we can do and what we can't do. Someone always has to be watching him or letting him out. So even like when we do go on our honeymoon, someone has to take him, and the day of the wedding, everyone will be at the wedding, so they have to figure out who can watch him. Everyone says communication. We're not there quite yet, so come back in a couple months.
Good communication.
I think communication's important. Being honest about your feelings. You have to work it, you know, you have to
Yes,
look at your
work.
marriage and want to continue with it.
I think, well, I mean, I guess I think she just brings out the best in me, so I think that's just, I'd say that's probably which makes me want to be a better person, so.
Communication.
You don't want to be without the other
Caring.
person. Your life makes you better.
What's Chris's favorite basketball team? Yeah.
Yay.
You guys are good. You put it on both.
Well, because Michigan State's right up there, so I was.
Oh, you know what? Samantha's dream card. I know. Yeah.
That one there isn't any. Oh, I forgot I got it easy.
Oh, yeah.
Ready for the reveal?
Show it.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 for 3.
What's
Probably cheated.
Chris's favorite movie?
That was not a lot of letters.
I think I know the movie.
You just wrote it down. I have no idea. What is your favorite movie?
Once.
Really? That's your absolute favorite?
What'd you put?
Well, Batman. Because you
Batman's a
didn't
good
agree
one.
for
Batman's a good one. Batman's a good one.
Where was Chris? Where was you guys first kiss at? Write it. You
Guys,
gotta write
me
it.
or
First kiss?
Which one?
First,
Both of you. You got.
first kiss?
oh, it's
Yeah.
like you're
She's right.
Yeah, I know,
Get
and
going.
that's what. Okay, I think I know, but it's gonna be a
hasn't
general
been that
statement.
long.
It's gonna be a general statement.
Mine's a
All
general.
right. God, that was good.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to.
I'm surprised you don't remember that.
No, I do now. It took me a second.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
just,
yeah.